everyone. Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And today it's part 2 of our look at airport travel and some of the more unusual situations or certain requests or things you might ask for at an airport, or things the airport or the airline might ask you, like skipping your flight to take the next plane.
Oh, man.
As we saw yesterday. Now, you said you like airports, you like air travel. Do you like it all, or are there parts of airplane travel and going to airports that you're not such a fan of, you don't really like?
Delays.
Delays, yes. Okay,
Delays.
Long lines. You know, sometimes if you arrive in a big city after many other planes, you have to wait in long lines.
Waiting for luggage for a long time.
Have you ever lost your luggage?
I have.
Yeah, that can be inconvenient.
Didn't get it until like 3 days later.
3 days? That's a long time. I did just 1 day, but inconvenient. But generally, I think most of us, 9 times out of 10, you know, that kind of thing, we get through, it's no problem. But if you do face unusual situations, if you do have unusual requests or things you need, there are good ways to ask about them. So we're going to be taking different flights, and we're also going to be having a little bit of a problem with our luggage.
Oh, man.
If you go overseas and you love shopping, I would tell you a good thing to do is to buy a suitcase scale.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
this little
totally.
thing, it's a digital, you can hook it to your bag, and when you lift your bag, you can see how heavy it is. Because if your bag is too heavy, you might have to pay a lot of money to get your stuff home.
A lot of money.
And that's no fun. So we're going to be seeing that in today's dialogues too. So there's 2 coming up. Let's check them out. Tim approaches an airport staff member in Dubai International Airport.
Excuse me, I have just arrived from London, but my flight was delayed. I'm worried I have missed my connection to Taipei.
Let me check for you, sir. Ah, you're in luck. The Taipei flight has also been delayed. You should be able to make it without any issue.
Oh, what a relief. I am very hungry. Will I have time to get something to eat?
It looks like boarding won't be for another hour, and the gate is very close to here, so you should have more than enough time to grab some food.
Phew. That's a weight off my shoulders.
All right, so part 3 is all about catching the next flight. Catching the next flight. I'm getting the feeling someone might have missed an airplane here.
I think so.
Why are you catching the next flight? Why didn't you catch this flight? Yeah, so what's the situation? What's going on?
So we've got Tim here.
Oh, yeah.
There's some problem going on.
Oh, Tim. What's he done this time?
Tim approaches an airport staff member in Dubai International Airport. Oh, that's a really nice airport.
Big airport,
Big airport.
too. Yeah.
Beautiful ceilings.
Maybe he got lost or got too busy shopping.
Maybe he was having like burgers or something.
Could be. I'm sure they have a great duty-free shopping area. Anyways, Tim explains his problem. Excuse me, he says to someone who works there. I have just arrived from London.
London?
But my flight was delayed. He's English. No, we don't know. I'm worried I have missed my connection to Taipei. Okay, Tim, good for you. I'm sorry, it wasn't your fault. His flight was delayed. London also has busy airports, so that's not a big surprise. There was some problem. They left late, they arrived late. His other plane to Taipei had already flown away from Dubai, so that's why he's missed his plane. And of course, he still wants to get home to Taipei, but he'll have to do it later, and he wants to know how much later.
So the airport staff member says, let me check for you, sir.
This is when you start praying. Oh, please, please.
Ah, you're in luck. The Taipei flight has also been delayed.
No way!
You should be able to make it without any issue.
That is really good luck,
That's
actually.
perfect, right?
I mean, normally you'd be lucky to say, oh, there'll be another plane in 3 hours or something.
Really.
Or maybe even tomorrow. But hey, he won't actually be delayed much. So
Yeah, there are no issues.
Yeah, the other flight had an issue.
The issue is a problem, a situation, something that needs to be resolved. If there's no issue, that means no problem with your travels and everything's good. And if there is an issue, we have to talk about it because it's important. We might have to fix something. Luke was worried there would be an issue with his credit card. He thought there would be a problem.
Yeah, it's basically a problem, right? There you go. So both flights had issues or problems. So Tim has no issue, no problem.
Good.
And he's very happy with this news. He says, oh, what a relief. The relief is the feeling of stress and worry that he had. Oh, it's gone now. He won't be too late. He won't miss his plane. I am very hungry, he says. All right, now he's not worried. He suddenly feels hungry. Will I have time to get something to eat? So he's kind of asking, you know, how much is the delay for that Taipei flight? Can I go off and get a burger or a pizza or something like that?
So the airport staff member says it looks like boarding won't be for another hour. And the gate is very close to here. So you should have more than enough time to grab some food. Good for Tim.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll have time to have a little snack or a meal. An hour is plenty. Phew, he says. That P-H-E-W, we say that is phew, which is what you say when you're sort of feeling relieved and wiping the nervous sweat from your forehead.
Yeah.
Phew, that's a weight off my shoulders. That's a relief. That's a weight off my shoulders. I was stressed and worried before, but I'm very relaxed and worry-free right now and in the mood for some airport food.
Getting some burgers at Dubai International Airport.
That won't be cheap. That'd be an expensive burger.
It's good though.
Probably a good burger though. All right, we'll take a break and then we'll be back with more.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 今天要继续来学搭机旅行英语。在第3段对话里 ，Tim 在杜拜国际机场，他对一名机场人员说，他刚从伦敦抵达，但是班机延误了，他担心已经错过了飞往台北的航班。那机场人员帮他查了一下，发现，台北的航班也延误了 ，Tim 应该能够顺利搭上这个班机。那听到这个消息 ，Tim 他就松了一口气，然后他就说他很饿，想知道还有没有时间去吃一点东西。机场人员说，看起来还要再1个小时才会登机，而且登机门离这边很近，所以应该有非常充裕的时间去吃点东西。这下 Tim 可以放下心中的大石头了。好，文中他有用到 What a relief， 还有用到 That's a weight off my shoulders， 这2个用语都可以用来表达真是如释重负，终于松了一口气。我们可以把它学起来。好，另外课文单字 issue， 它表示问题或是议题。好，这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。这边我们来学习 make it 的不同意思及用法。那首先第一种呢，我们可以表达抵达某地或者是达成某个目标，后面常常会接 to 加名词，像 We made it to the train station in time， 我们及时抵达火车站。再看个例句是 Betty made it to the finals of the singing competition， Betty 成功晋级歌唱比赛的决赛了。好，那第二个我们可以用 make it 去表达成功活下来，挺过难关而存活下来，意思会跟 survive 差不多。例如 She was very ill. The doctor didn't think she'd make it. 她之前病得很严重，医生认为她撑不过这一关。那第三个我们可以用 make it 去表达成功的意思，例如 You will make it if you keep at it. 如果你坚持下去，就会成功的。好，那我们接着回到课文中。
Sadie approaches a check-in desk at Los Angeles International Airport.
Hello, I need to check these bags for my flight to Chicago.
Certainly. Oh, it seems 2 of your bags exceed our weight limit.
That's odd. I flew on your airline last night from Tokyo and these bags were fine.
Unfortunately, international flights have a greater baggage allowance than domestic flights. You have a few options. You can redistribute the weight among your other bags, remove some items, or pay an excess baggage fee.
All right. Let's see if I can move some things around. Hopefully I can make it work without any extra costs.
Hello, welcome back to part 4. Part 4 in the airport is called exceeding the baggage allowance. Uh-oh, that means we would have to pay. The baggage allowance is a very important number.
It is a very important number if you're traveling, especially on holiday where you plan to do some shopping. You want to know what your baggage allowance is. An allowance is basically a certain amount of something that each person is given or is allowed to use.
Yeah, sometimes it's money.
Yeah, often with young people, their parents might give them a little bit of money every week, maybe 500, 1,000 NT. And for the young people, students like that, they can use it to, buy snacks or go see a movie. It's their money to spend, but it's not pay. It's not like from a job. It's basically given by your parents. So in this case, though, a baggage allowance is an amount of weight, an amount of kilograms.
kg.
That's right, that your bag is allowed to be in order to get on the plane with no problem. When you're flying an international flight, it's usually a bit more because you're traveling further for longer, doing more shopping. But you can find this information on an airline website, and it's a good thing to do because as we discover, if you go over, if your bags are too heavy, it might cost
pay a lot.
some serious money. So let's check out what it says. Please make sure you complete the task within the 2-hour allowance. That's the word we have, the sentence we have there for the word allowance. There, the allowance is not kilograms or money, it's a time allowance. This is the amount of time we are giving you, you are allowed to use. So what is the situation? What's going on?
So today we have Sadie, who's at LA International
Sadie
Airport.
loves to shop. Boy, does she, we call her Shopping Sadie.
Shopping Sadie.
There you
Sadie
go.
approaches a check-in desk at Los Angeles International Airport.
All right.
Let's see what problem she has today. Sadie says, hello. I need to check these bags for my flight to Chicago.
All right. So first of all, we know she has more than one bag.
Multiple, like
That's-
2 or 3.
Often you're allowed 2. 3 might be a problem. Certainly, says the check-in officer, the person working there at the airport. They weigh the bags. Usually it's just this metal plate. You kind of put them on and there's a little scale, a little number that shows you the kilograms. So they're weighing the bags, whatever it is. Oh, it seems 2 of your bags exceed our weight limit. I'm trying to remember when I flew from Canada, it was around 23 kilograms
that's
for
right.
a bag, which is kind of heavy. But
heavy.
if you go over that, that could be a problem. And it seems Sadie has gone over whatever that magic allowance, that magic number is. She has exceeded her allowance.
It's a little bit strange. Sadie says, that's odd. That's weird, strange. I flew on your airline last night from Tokyo and these bags were fine.
That is strange. So yesterday, the bags were okay
They were
on the flight
fine.
from Tokyo to LA. But today, flying from LA to Chicago, they're too heavy. She's over the baggage allowance.
Makes no
Remember what I
sense.
said about international flights being different
Different
from local
rules?
flights?
Yeah.
That's the problem here. Unfortunately, international flights have a greater baggage allowance than domestic flights. Domestic meaning inside one country. Taipei to Kaohsiung would be a domestic flight. Taipei to Korea, Seoul, Korea would be international. So these bags are now too heavy. You have a few options. You have a few choices here. You can redistribute the weight among your other bags, remove some items, or pay an excess baggage fee. So basically 3 choices or 3 options. None of them are great. She can move things around, and that might mean like carrying more things onto the plane with her.
Spend more money.
She can leave things there, which kind of seems crazy.
Throwing them away.
Unless she's with a friend and she's coming home later, she might give something to her mom or whoever drove her to the airport. Or she can pay more money, and that will allow her to have a bigger baggage allowance. 3 options. Now, options are like choices. When you look at a restaurant menu, those are your options. When someone says, hey, let's go on holiday, where do you want to go? You might have some options. You might have some choices. Basically, the things that you can select or choose from, those different things are options. There were so many options on the menu. Everything from sushi to Thai food to pasta.
That's a lot. That's crazy. Okay, so we'll have to see if we can redistribute everything. To redistribute. So when we look at the word distribute, it means to give or pass to somebody. So redistribute is to move things around and make maybe the weight a little bit more equal, to give something in a different way. Distribute is giving. For instance, the government wanted to redistribute wealth across the country's different regions. So I want to make sure that every place is a bit richer and not too rich, but the poor places are not too poor. So we're going to redistribute, meaning moving things around and making it more even. Okay, so back to the dialogue. Sadie says, all right, let's see if I can move some things around, redistribute it a bit. Hopefully, I can make it work without any extra costs. Of course, nobody wants to pay more, and she probably didn't want to throw anything away, so good for her. She's going to redistribute it.
Yeah, and if she has 2 or 3 suitcases, maybe one is too heavy, one is not.
Or she can put it in her carry-on.
Move things to that. Or, yeah, sometimes you'll see people just putting 3 coats on
and
walking on with
wearing
extra,
5 pairs of pants.
Extra clothes or something to get that weight allowance down. All right, there you go, guys. A few different situations you might face when traveling by airplane. A little bit of a special request here, or you have a bit of a problem with the airline. Whatever you're doing, we wish you a wonderful trip, bon voyage, safe travels, and we'll also see you back here very soon. Until then, all the best, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. 好，那么第4段对话是关于 exceeding the baggage allowance， 超出行李限额。我们先来看看 exceed 这个动词，它表示超出、超过。那它的形容词是 excess， 就可以形容是额外的或者是过量的。再看到课文单字 allowance， 它表示零用钱，可是在这边它是指这个定量或是限额。baggage allowance 就可以表达行李重量限额。好，那么对话里面的 Sadie 他来到洛杉矶国际机场一个报到柜台，他要飞往芝加哥，需要托运行李。地勤人员帮他的行李称完重量后，发现有2件行李超重Sadie 觉得很奇怪，明明前一晚从东京搭了同一家的航空公司，行李都没有超重啊，为什么今天会这样呢？地勤人员就向他说明，国际航班的行李限额比国内航班的行李限额更高。那 Sadie 现在有几种选择，要么就是把这个重量重新分配到其他袋子当中，或是取出一些物品啊，或者是你就支付超重行李费吧。Sadie 她决定她要挪一下行李里面的物品，看看能不能不要多付钱。好，看一下单字 option， 它表示选择或是选择权。那么 redistribute 它表示重新分配、再分配。这边它是在 distribute 前面加上字首 re， 那这个字首 re 表示在或者是右。最后补充一下 ，Mike 老师提到一个常见的用语是 bon voyage， 它表示一路平安、旅途愉快。好，那以上这些讲解，同学闭嘴开，马上回来哦。
Tim approaches an airport staff member in Dubai International Airport.
Excuse me, I have just arrived from London, but my flight was delayed. I'm worried I have missed my connection to Taipei.
Let me check for you, sir. Ah, you're in luck. The Taipei flight has also been delayed. You should be able to make it without any issue.
Oh, what a relief. I am very hungry. Will I have time to get something to eat?
It looks like boarding won't be for another hour, and the gate is very close to here, so you should have more than enough time to grab some food.
Phew. That's a weight off my shoulders.
Sadie approaches a check-in desk at Los Angeles International Airport.
Hello, I need to check these bags for my flight to Chicago.
Certainly. Oh, it seems 2 of your bags exceed our weight limit.
That's odd. I flew on your airline last night from Tokyo, and these bags were fine.
Unfortunately, international flights have a greater baggage allowance than domestic flights. You have a few options. You can redistribute the weight among your other bags, remove some items, or pay an excess baggage fee.
All right. Let's see if I can move some things around. Hopefully I can make it work without any extra costs.
Hey, it's KiWi on the street. I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie.
There are a lot of foreigners in Taiwan, and sometimes they will ask you questions, but we're stuck answering in the same phrases. So today, let's work on some translations.
Let's see what our friends have to say. 好，同学帮我抽一个。Okay, very good. 那你会表现得很棒的。
You will be doing a great job.
You will do great.
美美，你已经表现得很棒。
你会表现很棒的。
You are going to perform really well.
Very good, very nice. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Second one.
Second one is
Easy for you.
祝你一切顺利。
Wish you luck.
Yes, wish you luck or wish you the best.
Wish you the best.
Yes, very good.
Good job.
那我们今天学到了什么呢？ How do we say these sentences in English? Let's take a look at the first one. You're going to do great. Or, you're going to be awesome. The second one, fingers crossed. You can also say, I hope everything goes smoothly for you. And these are the ways to encourage your friends. KiWi later.